Voice of reason here.
Well, flooding rains in southern Utah today. They'll be back tomorrow. It has been an impressive day. I want to show you some pictures. Yeah, Josh in Zion Narrows. Josh, get out of the Zion Narrows. The last place you want to be is hiking these trails on days like today. The Narrows fill with water. The slot canyons flood. Thanks for the picture, but oh, goodness gracious, get to higher ground. In fact, we've had reports of 100-time increases going on in the canyons. We're talking increases in major flow and width and depth of these rivers and streams because of the floods that we've had in southern Utah. Keith Vaught, Great Salt Lake tonight. I tell you what, it lit up the sky. Beautiful picture. Way to finish off a Monday evening, Keith. Thanks for sending it in. Take a look at these 10-day precipitation totals. Kolob, almost 4 inches of rain down in the Kolob area of southern Utah. Camp Junction, 330. Big Flat over in the southeast, 3 inches. Bryce Canyon, 2 8/10. Fish Lake, 2 8/10. And Brighton, 2 2/10. With Trial Lake coming in at almost 1 3/4 inches. I'm telling you, it has been phenomenal for some. Not for everyone. Salt Lake City still sitting at 0.08 for the month of August. Oh, where's all the rain and why isn't it coming here? It's in southern Utah, Kanab to Bryce Canyon, all moving north but not holding together as it does. Let's zoom in and we'll show you a couple of these spots. As this cluster goes by, it's headed up to Bryce Canyon. It's headed up in the mountains east of Marysvale and over towards Loa. The rain continues tonight, and it will stay there tomorrow, and a push of moisture will come north, impacting, yes, parts of the Wasatch Front. Now let's talk a little bit about what our current situation is. We are 70 degrees in Logan, 72 in Ogden, 60s in Price, Provo, Delta, Cedar City. Kind of crisp. I mean, the temperatures have cooled because of all the precipitation. And where is it coming from? Well, we've got this low pressure up in the Pacific Northwest, but the feed continues to be tapped in out into the Pacific. We've got moisture coming in from the south and southeast. All of this just feeding into Utah. We showed you this last week saying the scenario was right for all this moisture to get here. It's been here all weekend. It will be here for the next day and a half before it finally backs off. We said KSL Vortex, tell us where it's going to rain in the next 24 hours and tell us how much we're going to get. All right, we miss out again. A potential for a trace to 1/4 inch along the Wasatch Front, but from the Uinta Mountains down through Ephraim and Manti and Richfield and Escalante and down to Kanab, I'm telling you, it's a rip snorter. It's just going to whomp on them again tonight, tomorrow. It's an impressive series of storms, and it will continue. Here's a look at what's going on. We're talking Zundel thunder. You know the kind of thunder, right? When Rod comes in, it's Zundel thunder. You're going to have Zundel thunder tomorrow all over Utah. Along the Wasatch Front, it's going to be a mixed bag once again. It looks like the Wasatch will get shadowed, but the eastern Utah portion of the state and over in the mountains of central Utah, look for more rain. 76 in Circleville, 92 in St. George. We're going to keep the thunderstorm potential in St. George for at least one more day and then linger a little bit into Wednesday. We'll try to dry that out. And then Thursday, Friday, upper 90s, some sun, before some storms come back in, yes, for Labor Day weekend. Your northern forecast, 50 tonight in Park City, 53 in Morgan and Logan. Highs tomorrow in the 80s, a lot like we had today. There will be more convection or more pop-up thunderstorms over the Wasatch Front, primarily Wasatch Mountains east. 7-day forecast, 80s for the next 2 days, 90s Thursday, Friday. Labor Day, back to a chance of thunderstorms. And Grant Wayman will be here in the morning. He'll get you out the door and get you on the way with the forecast.
Just to clarify, Mike looked up rip snorter.
Rip snorter?
Something extraordinary.
See?
Well,
humdinger.
Hey, we don't make this stuff up.
Zundel thunder, very disruptive. That's all we can say.
There you go.
Thanks, Kevin.